Hello, everybody. I know. I actually thought what I was doing was going to take much longer, but here we are. What's up, Harith? Did it finally stop doing the, Hello, hello. Hello, Froggy. Guys, I didn't turn the model around for the image, and I thought it was a new skin. Can you believe that? That being said, we are actually getting a new skin. What's up, Patrick? How's it going, boss? What's up, Crucible? What's up, Astra? What's up? Greetings from Spain. Greetings from the US. How are you, brother? What's up, Morazy? For some reason I didn't receive the helm even though I played 4 stratagems in 1 operation. Maybe it is only for stratagems or operations. But you have to play him as a vanguard and sniper, so you gotta make sure you did that. Also, sometimes there is a delay, so if you just finished. Alright, so we're gonna do the new weekly for a bit here. The incredibly fun new weekly. It's not that fun, but it is playable. Hello, Arrow in the other knee. Hello, Solus. Prepare for thyself. We are gaming today. We are 17 bajillion Adderalls deep. An unprecedented number. How come you have all 3 trials? Because why would I waste my time with the trials on this game? What does that possibly give me? Whoever wants to join, we're gonna do the weekly here. This one's kind of fucking annoying, I'm not gonna lie. What's this week? I have a whole video on it if you're curious. I'll have a community post about it. I can't even read it here, I don't think. I have to exit out of the thing. I don't know, actually I haven't selected the mission yet. Here, yeah, it's just point blank myopia and press the attack on Reliquary. They're pretty fucking annoying. Worse than the Minecraft blindness from last week, yeah. And like, they handpick all weeklies, which means this one was handpicked to be shit. Long time no see, FTG? What do you mean, Turtle Ping? Unless it's for you. I've been here. I was just online yesterday for a little bit. That's actually a pretty cool outfit. Nice salamander. So, did you guys see that the heroic plasma pistol's coming? The heroic skin for the plasma pistol looks like shit, though. Just like it's just the heroic plasma skin for the, it's the same, like, texture as the heroic heavy plasma. And that's one of the ugliest ones, in my opinion. Can I join in? Yeah, we'll be having viewers games all day. For the most part, and some true solo runs. And some other stuff. Then I'll finish up my guides and the classes later. We only have 3 class guides left to do. Community update tomorrow? Yeah, it seems to be that way. I don't know if there will be Twitch drops on the actual update. There might be, because it's going to be around Warhammer Skulls. But they did just do a drops campaign during the Tech Marine update. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. The definite maybe. Curling my toes for tomorrow's community update. Don't worry, guys. I will cover everything in the community update tomorrow. And the patch. We'll have all the guides. More siege mode. Though I'm pretty sure siege mode is about to change entirely. I don't think there's going to be a high wave anymore. They said they want to make it shorter, and I don't know how you do that without either A, cutting down the enemies, or B, removing the timer entirely and just like making a set amount of waves. We'll see though. That'll probably be in the community update. God, I fucking hate Reliquary. So next patch will only have 3 heroic weapons. We do know that, which means if you have 1,000 accolades right now, you will be able to purchase them on launch immediately. I also have fucking huge tentacle swung at me. What's up, Brody? What's up, Sidmus?
Abomination is no more.
So how do we feel about the new Terminator Sorcerer boss? I made a video talking about all the new psyker powers it has. That shit sounds pretty toxic, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty fucking toxic. Dude, fucking Relic. I don't know how many runs we'll do. There's probably like a few. We could do them all day, but there's some other stuff I need to do.
Victory goes to the right.
Oh, and a boss. Let's go here. I mean, as long as we get the burn on him. So once we get the burn on him, then we'll put down the Auspex once he's standing still. Come over to me, that's nice. There we go. Easy peasy. I wish they had some Terminator armor in game for Bulwark and Heavy, maybe. Well, that wouldn't make any sense. They're not Terminators. They are Primaris, Blade Guards, and Heavy Intercessors, brother. How are they going to be Terminators? No, I'll be real, guys. I don't think you're ever going to see Terminators in this game. It wouldn't make any sense. Awesome.
not negative.
I know, but they're never going to add a Terminator class. Well, you know, you might get like a Terminator portion in Space Marine 3 because Titus does have a Crux Terminatus, which means he is Terminator trained. He can't use his Terminator armors. Like maybe you'll have a set piece in the campaign for Space Marine 3. Now, as far as classes, you can expect in Space Marine 3, you will probably see a librarian in that game. But that will probably be coming. So don't give up hope. Maybe a Terminator in Siege? I doubt it. The Siege mode update, it does look pretty good. I am curious to see what they do for that one, but... Hello, Beach Hab. Hello, Launchbox. How are you guys?
I, Captain Akaran, authorize the reinterment of the honored dead off-world.
Authorization confirmed. Captain Akaran. Dispatching attendant to locate the remains.
Finally, Reliquary. I've been waiting for day one. Why the fuck would you wait for Reliquary? Who wants to see this map?
Here to serve. Follow.
We may have to get you checked, brother. But who knows? Maybe a new game mode soon with Heretic theme, maybe even Terminator use. I would not expect anything that substantial in Space Marine 2. You'll probably get like a new Siege mode map and some new requisition options, and then, I mean, people have been talking about Heretic Astartes for a while, but like that's not happening. At least not according, like they've doubled down that it's not happening. So unless you're just straight up lying, which is not new, you know, they could just be, nothing's stopping from the publisher from just saying that, oh, we're totally not going to do X thing, and then they actually wind up doing it, but we'll see.
Subject does not meet required.
To be honest, I'd love to see paid story DLC. No way I'll be free in other chapters like Blood Angels or Dark Angels. They said they have no campaign DLC planned for this game at all. However, there will probably be Blood Angels and Dark Angels in Space Marine 3.
Evaluating sarcophagus. Interred remains slumber in peaceful rest. Records redacted by order of the Holy.
It must be nice being a Terminator and teleporting and shit. I don't know, just ask the Rubik Marines. They teleport all the time in this game. I love this modifier.
Faithful servant find rest. Initializing scan. Ignobility index too high. Seeking another candidate. To be remembered in death is the reward of a life well spent.
There was a Blood Raven cameo in Space Marine 1, if you remember correctly. That is true.
Rejoice.
They did have that, but they, you know, a while back, Focus put out on their official community page that they were going to have a, like a whole,
Access rights granted.
I don't know what the word for it is. They're going to have a whole thing where they add in,
The way opens.
like a new chapter pack, and you can DLC, or excuse me, a new chapter of Space Marines. You can vote for which one you want to see in the next game. Because Space Marine 3 is like confirmed to have more chapters in some capacity. What I'm really curious about is the scale of that game. And speaking of scale, Total War 40K tomorrow is having a show and tell, which I will be streaming, because I will be making content for Total War 40K as well.
Rest well.
Actual gameplay content, not just like, you know, the show and tell stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not a Crave Assembly creator, and I probably never want to be, because Crave Assembly is kind of a shit company. I think Legend of Total War showed more than enough that you don't have to be efficient linked to them to be the best creator in that space. Not that I would ever be the best creator, but the point is that you need not be. You need not be the Corpo shill. Make useful guides for people. Hello, hello, FTG and gang. Hello, Oryx. Hello, Osborne. Yeah, guys, you know, for those of you who don't know, I was always a big fan of Legend of Total War. He actually inspired a lot of my old channel. Because he always kept it real. The guy never sold out in a million years.
Expect something easy. Big showtime. Hold tight until clear.
What did we do to deserve 2 of these? Okay. Alright. We can get rid of that guy.
Devastate the area.
Gross.
We did not tolerate this unholy abomination.
That's fucking annoying.
Exterminate the foe claims our brother. Your scars shall honor your efforts this day. Ready to reveal our bloodies.
Does Total War 40K have a release date yet? No. No, he does not. No, not he does not. It does not. It is not a release date yet. No. I guess I'll take this. Oh, you want your Iron Hands cosmetics? Well, they're coming. You know, it's funny they put out like a little Iron Lords thing. Oh, that was pretty funny to me. Like they put out like a little blurred image, but like they picked the most obvious chapter ever. Not exactly. Not that the Iron Hand successor chapters are all that inconspicuous to begin with. Like, I don't know if I'd call a Sons of Medusa a conspicuous color or an inconspicuous color scheme, but okay.
Prospects primed. We must slay this hell's pangs the foe before he can run.
How annoying. Obnoxious.
The Hell Drake readies an infernal blast.
Not gonna lie, I don't really like RTS games and stuff like those, where the Total War game does look rad. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, Total War 40K is gonna be the biggest Total War game. There's gonna be a gargantuan influx of new fans. So for those of you guys who don't, excuse me, who don't play Total War, like Creative Assembly was like on the verge of fucking bankruptcy before this game. Like Sega as a publishing company has been doing dog shit. The biggest boon to their entire company recently was the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, okay? Like, and Creative Assembly is a subsidiary of them. So they were all doing poorly, and Creative Assembly in their own earnings report lost like £2 million last year because, quite frankly, their shit was dog shit, and they deserved it. But like their recent practices were pretty dog shit. But Total War 40K has a 1 million wish list on Steam, so if anything to take you back from bankruptcy, it's probably gonna be that. Only thing I'm worried about is the Total War 40K DLC is gonna make you broke. Oh, you will be nickel and dime, but like that's just a guarantee of like any CA game at this point. They're not as bad as Paradox though. Like I do think CA gets like a lot of shit for like their DLCs, which to be fair, a lot of it's warranted, but also not as bad as the other RTS and grand strategy games. But I'm more interested to see what Total War 40K does for Warhammer 40K, because the old world was like fucking dead before Total War Warhammer came out. They weren't even selling models anymore, really, for the mode. And Total War 40K right now is more popular than it's ever been. And as a result, if Total War 40K, Total War 40K is more likely to immediately pop off as a result of that, and also the success of Total War Warhammer 1 through 3. And it'll also make the entire franchise bigger, because Total War is a far larger franchise than Space Marine is, for example. Like, even just like the average player base for that game is enormous. And it's only PC right now, but in the future it'll be console as well. Total War Pharaoh, case in point, CA's semi-recent failures. I think CA just needs to give up on the historical games, to be honest. Unless they want to be bankrupt. Okay, I just got bonked by that guy. It sucks. I'm sure they're gonna be up. Now, we didn't take the nice thing about this one is you had to... No. That one's one dodge. The nice thing about pressing attack is you can heal up above the threshold to easily clear off a mortal wound. What's up, FTG in chat? What's up, Charles? Oh, yeah, wait for a second for this. Total War Warhammer and a game is a remake of an old game with Warhammer lore. Come on, it was meant to die since the beginning. I mean, for a game that's not a game, it's a pretty successful video game. Some would say the most successful video game of its type. Or one of. I don't know, how many RTS and grand strategy games are as popular as Total War Warhammer? Not including Warhammer 3's launch. Alright, I can actually get some executes here. That'd be nice to actually heal up off. This shit heal me all the way? Yeah, there we go. Resilience is like that. Total War would be the most successful game back in 2000. Didn't know what to say about Total Warhammer. I mean, it's definitely a more successful game than any other Total War game is. I mean, what historical game sold better than Total War Warhammer 2? I'll tell you, none of them are selling better than Total War 40K. Now, the actual quality of the game, that's a different story entirely. Okay. God. Bro, the Curry can suck my nuts, dude. This map sucks. Alright, let's just move on up. Okay.
This sanctum is profaned by dark energies. Please perform cleansing rites.
I will say a lot of the, on the note of Total War 4K, so I don't think I'll stay on it for now, until the show tomorrow. Total War, a lot of the player base has been burned by Crave Assembly for like the past 10 years or so, or like they feel burned, especially like after Warhammer 3. Those are players that have been dedicated to Total War for years. There are going to be a ton of new players coming in for 40K, especially on console, that have never ever experienced any bad blood, or I should say like any burning by the Crave Assembly, and they will not give a fuck. Anyone know what time the show is tomorrow in GMT? It was supposed to be 3 BST, whatever the fuck that is, in like EST. Brave Assembly put out a post a while back about it. 2 days ago.
destiny lies.
Also, Dawn of War 4. Yeah, Dawn of War 4 is going to be cool. I'm definitely looking forward to Total War more, though. It's a bigger game scale. They want to, like, fill out the entire map, they said. Which is pretty big. Pretty big deal.
Corresponding sigil to perform cleanse.
Iron Halo ready. Plan successful.
Cleansing rite successful. Your gaze will be immortalized.
It is 10 a.m. EST. Okay, so it's 10 a.m. EST. Thank God I get up diabolically early.
We have the Helldrake to
I've always been a 3 a.m.er, 4 a.m.er. My friends called me fucked up, but that's okay.
fight to the death with the Helldrake. With St. Lancaster.
Dawn of War will be the debut for the Lion. Yes, it will be.
We will triumph over the beast.
Demon engine countermeasures engaged. Sanctified weaponry preferred.
BST is British Standard Time. That would fit the acronym, wouldn't it?
Eliminating heretic defenses.
Oh, Total War's gonna be bigger without a doubt. Me and my buddies play Dawn of War 1 pretty much every night, so we're pretty hyped. You played Dawn of War Definitive, the remastered version. I did play that with Indy and Jeff for a bit. That was quite funny. Quite a fun game.
Balefire assault. St. Lancaster's relics have rendered the Helldrake frail.
That doesn't actually take that long. Way faster routine. I did the solo this morning. That was very fun. It took me like 35 minutes. This portion sucks ass by yourself on this modifier.
Locate the illuminated Spellfire and claws.
Alright. It's also nice to have people to actually hit the fucking buttons, isn't it? This is a very obviously team-built mission, eh?
Wait until the relic's power weakens its time. Incoming Helldrake attack. Shoot it now! Ready to reveal our foes.
Conserve your ammunition, brothers.
Let us unleash St. Lancaster's wrath upon this
Not a convenient place right here.
That was it, brothers.
Holy shit, this one goes so much faster and you have teammates. Who would have thought?
Success. St. Lancaster's been invoked. I thank you, St. Lancaster, for her readiness. I lament every bolt that never penetrates into the Helldrake's inner.
Teamwork is dreamwork. You're not wrong. You know what else is dreamworks? Bug's Life. The hit film Bug's Life. Not to be confused with the other film, Ants. Actually, which one was DreamWorks?
That was it, brothers.
Ah, look at that riveting damage.
Balefire assault.
Bug's Life was Pixar. Okay, so Ants was the DreamWorks one. Ants was definitely the worst of the two Bug movies.
The Helldrake. The Saints' relics will be our arsenal.
I only remember that from like which McDonald's Happy Meal toy I got at the time, which was shortly thereafter, followed by the Meet the Robinsons toys.
The altars are community to St. Lancaster.
Ants had Stallone in it. Pixar's Bug's Life. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for correcting me on which movie was made by Pixar and which one was by DreamWorks. I can't believe they did Myopia twice. in like a 3-month period. Beat the Robinsons as goated. They all hated me. Great movie. If I didn't drop the ball, I wouldn't fall asleep. Do you understand? My friend looks like the kid Goob. Sorry, your friend's chopped, bro. Rough, buddy. Your friend looks perpetually asleep and has a disproportionately large head. Rough. He does wear an XL helmet. I'm glad that they finally found helmets to fit your friend's head. Completing a hard challenge only gives you like 40 XP. Well, there isn't any XP for them anymore. Well, I'm glad we get you guys. So whoever wants their weekly, come on in again. Sorry, your friend is ugly. Yeah. Nah, you know, it's really like adult Goob that was like absolutely god awful. That's how that worked, right? Like, I'm pretty sure like Goob was just your average. I mean, he did look like he got smacked in the face constantly. He also did get hit by a baseball, so that was a crazy ass movie. Hold on 1 second. Let me fix this real quick. So as you guys see, we're probably getting an Omniscient Axe skin for the Tech Marine. I'm joining. This other guy says, please. Please what, bro? I spent 3 hours and at least 10 of this hard weekly. I'm going insane. That's rough, buddy. But we'll get it for you today. This is the moment. Getting punched in the face enough turns you into handsome Squidward. I've also been told that. I haven't tried it out myself, though. It does sound quite riveting. I have been told I have a punchable face. Oh, surely. It should be easy to find a, you know, contributor. Punchable aura, really. At what point should you try stratagems? I mean, you can try stratagems immediately. That's why the normal ones exist. Like, the moment you can do substantial, that's pretty much what they're based on. The normal ones are. I wouldn't go up beyond that for a while until you're like max level and have some weapons, like relative to your weapons. But the hard stratagem game mode is a little over absolute difficulty, so keep that in mind. It doesn't really like present itself very well, but that is how it is actually statted out.
The Thousand Suns erected a warp beacon on Demarium. It is calling every warp fiend in the image. Sever the heretics portal and cut them off from reinforcement. Your success will decide whether this
I'm
is
on console and couldn't type the code in quick enough. If you want to type in the code, going on Twitch chat's a lot faster. I have a join queue, but like usually people type in the code anyways. And sometimes a join queue is just sad. Then you have to see like 50 people waiting. And how, like a line at Six Flags, you know?
True horror of heresy.
I was so excited for the Omniscient Axe, but the combos were so jank. In my opinion, should have had way more wide slashes of slams. I mean, the combos aren't very jank. They just require you to, it's a slow weapon, but in terms of, like, usability, it is actually a very strong weapon. You just have to set it up with gun strikes. The only place it doesn't work very well is Siege mode and higher waves. Because in Siege mode, there comes a point you just can't tank for breakpoints, because the way a lot of the weapons in Space Marine 2 works, or excuse me, they work, is that you have to be able to survive your the actual charge up time for your weapon, and then get the breakpoint to get an execute and get your HP back and then repeat. But in Siege mode, on the higher waves, the enemies do too much damage, those one-shot you in that time period. So what becomes more useful are effects like Sergeant Edge that will just instantly stop the enemy from hitting you, and faster attacking weapons. Oh my god, I got bombed by those two guys. Those guys are like right outside of my execute range. Anyways, my lasagna will be ready in a bit, so I'll be back in like 30 minutes or something. Take care, everyone. Alright, brother. Can you unlock the helmet with both Sniper and Vanguard victories like combined? I think it said either or. I mean, I have a post on my community post page if you're curious about it. How's it going? What's up, Stress Test? Auspex is expansion. It's true, it's a domain expansion for the tactical.
Extra force applied.
This one is fucking annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Not a very fun operation. Will I be so profane as to take the sim? Yes. I'm a fat little hippo. Hippos aren't small, but you know.
Unresponsive.
A fat little hippo may be oxymoron, but
Servitors may have a replacement.
he opens that up. This should be a sim too. Or Tech Marine does.
Enhanced tactics deployed.
FTG, what's your opinion on Chud 6-7? It sounds like a pancreas meme. I don't even know what the fuck 6-7 even is. All I know is that, like, I've heard a lot of it this month.
Negative.
5 in total, can I be Sniper or Vanguard? No, it doesn't have to be hard to play them. You have to, it can be a normal, it's just its operation. All you have to do, just like any difficulty. They make them really easy to complete. I also like how I've seen a lot of comments who are like, why do you keep saying they're not going to release one during a community event? Because they've never released a patch during a community event ever. Also, it makes no fucking sense to be like, all right, guys, we have a community event, and now in the middle of our community event, where you're supposed to play one or two classes to hold you over for the new patch, and now here's the new patch for like, we have new weapons that might not be available in those classes. It's actual fucking brain rot. I was sort of hoping to surprise us enough to throw a recycled strat at us. No, we don't get that. We get the glorious myopia that everyone liked, the succulent, delicious myopia. Handpicked to be shit, by the way. All the weeklies in this game are handpicked, so that means that they actually went out of their way to make this one garbage, which is quite impressive. Please do that excuse me accent more. I have a lot of accents for many things. I used to be a professional voice actor. Just kidding, that was a lie. Well, the point is that I do a lot of impressions. I used to do them on my old channel all the time. Did you win for best impression though? Your impression was like Scott Herman Fitness. When I was a kid, I just want to train harder and harder. At least if it was randomized, we'd use excuse. But the fact, do you even know who Scott Herman is, Hayes? He's an OG of the fitness community way back in the day, dude. He's got like the thickest Boston accent you'll ever hear. That fucking guy. His accent is mellowed out, I swear. It's only because people kept making fun of him for it. I'm from Boston, not wrong. Harder and harder. I'm also from Boston, so I understand. No spoilers, did you like the ending of JJK? Well, I'm like the #1 Sakuna Glazer, so kinda. Gojo's for bitches, dude. Gojo Glazers were born to lose. Oh, that's not even the fucking right doorway. What is your favorite chapter? You know, here at FTG, it's very hard to find out my favorite chapter, but just for you, I will explain it this once. It is Blood Angels, Sons of Sanguinius. Now, I don't want to say they're the best chapter ever, but if there was a chapter that was the best, it's probably them. Oh boy, a fucking Premiere, I'm my asshole. Guess you die. Fiendishly. Bro, I was a YouTube fitness enjoyer 10 years ago. Remember Elliot Hulse? Dude, Elliot Hulse, that's the name I haven't heard in age. Dude, what the fuck is this guy doing? Alright, I don't want to fight up here. Maybe if he decided to, like, I don't know, attack me a single time, that would have been nice, but alas, we don't live in that reality.
We may retaliate. Ready to reveal our foes.
Okay. Alright, you're worth it. I deem you. You're worthy.
Up, brother. The battle continues.
Pretty sure you started a cult. Well, I mean, Half of those guys are hopped up on gear and out of their fucking mind, especially the guys from 10 years ago. FTG, I'm glad you aren't a fan of Space Wolves or Iron Hands. I know, dude. Except for, like, that one other thing you mentioned there besides Iron Hands. JJK slander and agenda pushing are the best things to come out of the fandom. Yeah. The ultimate farmer Kashimo. You know, legend has it, Kashimo would line up 5 normal-ass civilians in a row and just, like, lightning bolt them and count them as sorcerer and, like, the points. Hi, FTG. Hi, Vertex.
To be remembered in death is the reward of a life well spent. Scanning sarcophagus. Subject is not being required parameters. Restarting search.
Okay. Escort the servo skull. Did you guys know that, like, personally, I would bring back AI. I know it sounds like heresy. So just like, listen, okay. I feel like AI is a lot more practical than, like, whatever the fuck this is. But then again, practicality isn't exactly what this empire is known for. We love the Porphyr skin, said nobody ever, dude. What are you even talking about? Now we're just lying.
Proceed with reinterment, Minister.
By the machine called Swing.
Another thing you'll learn here at Planet FTG is he loves the Porphyr skin.
This tomb's rest.
Planet FTG's orbit is quite gargantuan. Like an overtly large hippo. Or an elephant. A planetary elephant. Yeah, the Imperium needs ChatGPT, it's true.
Rest well for the dead. Don't rejoin us yet.
Oh, that fucking is that a little fucking sanctified wrath relic? I don't want that shit. Shit's gross. It's strange the Tech Marine sent a servo skull instead of the tarantula would be very handy. I mean, that would be cool, dude. But that would require us to have, like, not be resource inefficient, which the Imperium is well known for. Pizza Planet from Toy Story, but FTG. Yeah, I would probably be. If I was a planet, I'd be Pizza Planet. Or Death World. One of the two.
Airborne target on my specs.
The Ram Hammer 40,000. Yes, guys. The Imperium. So you may be wondering why the Imperium constantly wants tithes, so they can afford the RAM for the servo skulls. Planetary Governor after Planetary Governor has been executed for not providing enough RAM for the Imperium. What's up, FTG? Been watching your for like 2 months now. Really enjoy your build videos. I think you will. I'm glad they've helped you. The weather would be cloudy with a chance of meatballs on FTG Pizza Planet. I do have all the aura of the main characters in that movie. If I did have charisma, it would be like Michael Scott from The Office. Now, realistically, I aim for a Todd Howard-like aura.
Extermination has come for this.
I feel like Todd Howard properly captured cringe and like being majestically cringe at the same time, you know? Like when Peter Molyneux says something, you're like, fuck this guy. When Todd Howard lies to me, I'm like, tell me more. Did you say Elder Scrolls 6 will let me fly on a dragon? I can climb that mountain? How about that thing for when fucking flying? Times 4 the size of Fallout 4, parentheses, dash, 2023. Wait, 2033. When we get Skyrim 6. You want to buy a Skyrim again? Don't we all? I don't know why, dude. I feel it's like subliminal messaging. And what does the codex say of this brother? 1 second, brother. Let me ask ChatGPT. I wouldn't actually give you the worst answer ever. Anyone help me with a hard weekly? You're in the right place, brother. Can anyone help you? I will help you. Maybe. If you get the code in time. But usually there's multiple people helping out with weeklies on the weekly day, so... If I am not of your choosing, another. Or others.
Expect some heat.
I haven't played in a while. Well, today you'll be able to say you played today. FTG, do you consider getting a face cam? I used to play face cam all the time. But right now I don't even own a webcam. I'm sure the VODs of me a face cam are somewhere. For RDR2 back in the day. My god, that Marine, he just entered invulnerability and tanked the Helldrake's fire. Imagine it worked like that in tabletop, guys. Or like you just activate, you kill one guy with a knife and it's like during this time period you're immortal. Functionally immortal. FTG VTuber when? I think I'd rather die. Mass Imperium layoff for ChatGPT. Hi, so Warhammer 40,000 RAM prices are going crazy. I never knew that. Well, that was ages ago. It's probably like 5. Actually, how long ago was it now? Probably like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. What's the only other game that has ever been streamed on this Twitch channel? I hate this week's hard stratagem. You and every other living human with a mind. And the capability to read the English language. And operate a controller and interact with the game. How long have you been playing Smegma Marine 2? At least today. I've been known to play sometimes. Ow. What is going on? You're so close, yet so far. The missile Terminators are fucking toxic in this modifier because you can't actually kill them from this far away. That is fucking lame, as they say in the space. This stream right now. Get the fuck out of here, I can smell it. Like a George Foreman grill flying above me.
Objective sighted.
Ow.
Is corrupting the ecclesiarchy.
This sanctum is profaned by dark energies. Please.
Our hard stratagem set at the Inferno level. Yeah, that's not a difficulty, brother. That's a mission. I think you mean absolute difficulty. They're a little bit above absolute.
Pristine aura.
Sponsor updated Perry / Block Guide. I thought you did an amazing job. Best video I've seen on it. Yes, I do occasionally put out a good guide.
Interact with
I'm glad I could help. I will have some other stuff out one day for other things. Welcome to the most vague, most vague promise of all time. You keep your promises vague, they'll never be disappointed. The sacred and profane grilled cheese. The insane king of the hill. Ain't no propane here. We operate on pure gasoline. We operate on diesel fuel only.
It's time to slay a Helldrake.
Helldrake anatomy can withstand substantial punishment.
Employ anti-warp tactics and armaments.
The beast protects the beacon. We will eliminate them both.
5 to 6 years ago? God, I was young then? Dude, me too. Now, whatever the fuck this is.
Demon engine countermeasures engaged.
Embarrassing is probably the best word.
Sanctified weaponry preferred.
Let's go grab the
Confirm
symbols and
sigils
get this
at
and
once.
blow this popsicle stand.
We did it. Focus now, bros, and prepare to strike.
Avoid Helldrake assault.
That's pretty good. FTG, what is the best Ultramarines company? I mean, listen, the technical answer is like first company, obviously, but the proper answer is third company because red is cooler than white.
Conserve your ammunition.
Hit that fucking button, brother. The commissar will hear about this, or the chaplain, actually.
Helldrake strike imminent.
Or we don't have commissars, we're Marines, we don't operate on that level.
St. Lankai's relics have rendered the Helldrake frail.
Look how efficient we've been this time. You know, if Zinch sees everything that happens, that means he saw that fire blaster about to cook his guys when he dropped them in.
Sigils at once.
He's like, this is all part of the plan.
Helldrake assault.
Third company are the Xenoslayers 2. They have the most company members that serve in the Death Watch. Yeah, well, we do like Task Force 1 for 140k, don't we? Now I'm almost closer to 40 than 20. 07.
Power weakens its hide. Symbols are a match. Incoming Helldrake attack.
What is the best Trader Legion? My favorite, Night Lords. Did I Kobe him? No, he's not. Oh, he's gotta ram him at point blank. He's immune to damage from this far away. Zinch has granted him superior powers this time.
St. Lankai has been invoked.
Eat this, you stupid bitch. Oh, shit. Alright, well. He operated his flash in League of Legends and says it's deep strike.
Helldrake strike imminent.
You teleport 5 meters. I like how many people get pissed if I say that like the patch probably comes out end of May. They're like, how would you know that? How would it must come out earlier? Like, what the fuck are we complaining about? I don't understand. That's just a conservative estimate, okay? It could come out earlier, but if you're hoping for like a May 7th release date, just prepare to have your ass disappointed.
We have slain the Helldrake.
The only time they've ever released a patch in like the past year, in all of year 2, at the beginning of a month, was on September 4th with patch
Excellent
10.
work, squad.
Patch Shadow drops tomorrow, just watch. FTG's at every board meeting at Saber, that's why. Yeah, they fucking hate me, actually. You're robbing me of my copium. I tell them all the time, I tell them every time. How could he say that? Well done, brothers. The work is done, and my god, it was good. It was delicious, succulent work. Did Shatters ever come back and be like you were wrong? Yes. In fact, story time. There was once a chatter. Let me get my drink real quick. There was once a chatter that grabbed me on Twitter. He grabbed my handle, and it was a horrifying moment where I said something in the comments section. Okay, and this guy, he held he basically screen capped on his phone my comment in my comment section responding to him. Okay, about something Jujutsu Kaisen before the story came out. And 3 months later, it was confirmed to be wrong. My one, like, 2 sentences, or like my one response to me, like, nah, dude, it probably works this way, okay? And he kept it for 3 months. Thanks, SG, no problem, life. But he kept it for 3 months. And then he came back to me on my Twitter, and he was just like, the moment it happened, the moment the chapter dropped, he was like, I've come for my get back. I get like a ping on my Twitter. Just like, I've come for my get back. You were wrong, you stupid fuck. And he pulled off every single DM that we ever had in the comment section. I see this part right here when he said this would happen. This didn't actually happen, you stupid shit. That was probably the biggest actually I've ever had. Dude, but that was pretty funny. He also got roasted on Twitter, which was pretty funny too. That's who we all strive to be. Not gonna lie, I assumed Owlcat hated me for how quickly they patched stuff when I showcased it, but they view it as free bug testing. You know, it depends on the company, Revan. Because some companies fucking hate dealing with, some companies fucking despise, anybody that goes against the grain when it comes to, like, what they're trying to do in the game. Like, they can't handle criticism. But others are pretty chill with it. Crayon, sick of the Prime. Sounds like he was in love with you to me. Yeah, but like really, he really came across more like this. Where is it? Yeah, like that. He came across like this to everybody else, so like everybody's kind of made fun of him. But like he was technically correct that I was wrong. He just did it in the most schizo way imaginable. I love that image so much. Me too. Me too. We got a whole lot of. Thanks for the game, FGG. No problem, knife. Now we gotta get Turtle and Josh P. The stratagem. Boy, just beat the hard strat and a guy was quick shooting the plasma pistol at the boss. That took forever. It does, dude. It really does. Even with an Auspex, it's a pain in the ass. Without Auspex, it's like proper diabolical. FTG, how wrong can this be? I only know he speaks the baller truth. What are we talking about? Morning first tour, don't criticize men, guardsmen? What are we talking about? Am I missing knowledge? How could that be true? I've read every article. How could that possibly be true? Are you telling me there are other games beyond Space Marine 2? Surely not. You know, guys, how much do you think the Total War community would hate me? I don't know. I feel like they're mostly old, but like so are some of you. I read the text. Not knowing ball is heresy. It really is. $12 out of 10. Good. It's a fandom. The preset is to hate. Thank God.
The Thousand Suns erected on.
I think if I try hard enough, I could become the #1 community villain.
Sever the heretics portal and cut them off from reinforcement.
I don't know who else that would be. I don't know who. Like, I know there's actually a fuck ton of drama in the Total War community all the time over the dumbest shit. Oh, actually, I know exactly who that #1 fucking. Like Voldemort. He must not say his name. No, he doesn't even aim at me. It's rude. That'd be quite the arc. I don't know what I'd have to do because there have been some pretty fucking crazy people in that space. I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm just not an angry enough person for all that. I've been described as nonchalant. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes I feel the tempering. Damn, my man helping out others on hard strategies for the love of the game. Dude, what else? is there. You're definitely unbothered, I'd say, FTG, and I think that bothers some people. I think I have immense capacity to be very bothered, but, you know. You also been described as a little guy. Oh, that's just true. I'm 5'3" and 58. Wait, no, I'm 5'2". So I've heard the Netherlands has like a really high quality dairy product that can raise your height. So like, we gotta be fair. I once had somebody tell me they grew 2 centimeters by moving to the Netherlands, and I'm like, that can't possibly be true. But I'm also easily lied to. How dare you not be emotionally hyper invested in something that clouds your judgment? I'm just not a Sith, dude. Like, I can't help it, alright? I am not a Jedi, but I'm also not like... I'm not on the Mustafar train, okay? God, it happened to me again. I got snagged by an attack that wasn't even coming for me. Oh, that's annoying. Guys definitely don't want to get somebody up here. No, actually, I don't need to do that. A Mustafa. I can't believe we got 2 for 1. I also can't believe that hitbox hit me on that fucking claw. This should be pretty easy. Heavy's got this in the bag, like point blank with a heavy plasma here. Thank you, thank you.
Take my hand, brother.
God.
Go forth and slay them all.
I'm just here to deliver the aspects of the boss. Don't mind me. SCG is now the 4-eater, always has been, dude. It's still the Darkness one. Man, that thing is boring. No, it's a new one this week. Just a reliquary one. Grab the fucking base. Look, I'm having flashbacks of what happened last time. Where we got ping-ponged by 1 Chaos Spawn. It's just a tactical life in this game, though. It's just get ping-ponged. Occasionally just fucking explode. Alright, we'll save that box. An eyeball. That's... Oh my god, that would have actually... That probably would have fucking one-shot me. My sense of presence, I haven't felt this. It's the last time his angler impaled my ass. Gooning meta, anyone? I don't think that's the meta for 40k, unless you're a Sister Battle fan. That seems to be their meta. Defunct. Not turtle. Savior must be revived. All roads end with the Chaos Spawn, I guess.
Brother, the battle continues.
Okay.
Your service is renewed, brother.
I'm really looking forward to the progression update, but no leaks have shown for it, so I doubt it's going to be in the next update. I mean, just because it's not a leak doesn't mean it's not going to be in the next update. Though, on a funny thing, there was a point in time when those So, Focus's community managers are like... Here, I'm about to go into rant mode. That was independent of the rant mode. I just had something in my throat. But the point is that Focus's community managers are not officially linked with Saber as like an actual developer team. Like, they do play the early access of the game with the updates and stuff, but they aren't directly the development team. But they do like to talk a lot of shit and say some really dumb fucking things occasionally. And Actually, it's not too bad usually. But there was a point in time when they said that, like, oh, you shouldn't trust every leak you see. And it's like, oh, and then why have 100% of them been correct since the game came out? Like, there has literally never been a leak in this game that has ever been wrong. In fact, maybe there was like one perk that changed, but then you look at things like the Tech Marines perk tree, and the Tech Marine perks leaked 9 months ago, and the patch came out in February, and they were exactly the same in the PTS as they were in the original data mines. So, not much has changed on the development portion for a lot of these things, so usually they pop up. They are definitely coming for the game, which is why it's fucking hilarious from, like, I saw somebody the other day be like, this is just speculation based on, like, quote-unquote things are, like, totally coming to the game. I'm like, I can pretty much assure you everything that I've talked about is coming. Now, I think Space Marine 2's community is pretty good on this overall. Now, meanwhile, you look over, you know, if you look across the pond at the Helldivers 2 community, they're currently in meltdown mode for the 15th time. Due to a combination of having, like, the most fucking stupid audience possible, on top of the fact, I'm gonna go as far as say Helldivers players are fucking stupid, at least the ones who complain all the time. But also, Arrowhead does suck, so, like, it's a mixture of all things, and it crescendos into, like, the greatest drama fest you've ever seen for a game. I should have been a Helldivers 2 YouTuber. I thought about it when the game originally came out. I thought this game was too shit. I don't want to do that. There's nothing here. What the fuck? This guy just came out. The balls have fallen out of the Helldivers playpen. Yes, the infamously volatile Helldivers 2 playpen ball pit has once again had its balls drop out. Now the parents are forced to deal with it. Everybody's shit in the playpen all over again. It's really tragic. Happens every month. Arrowhead is uncompromisingly Swedish, dude. I thought I'd say something bad. I thought I'd say something negative about Swedish people or Swedish companies. God, I should not have taken that. No versus higher precision. No, excuse me, no height and vigor is definitely dangerous to be doing that. I should just backed away. No one hates Helldivers 2 more than Helldivers? Dude, no kidding. Can you believe that Odo once said that Space Marine 2 is a soulless game, as if Helldivers 2 isn't like the greatest slop fest of a video game that ever exists? How dare he? How dare he insult my outfit crafting fest? Even though I like his content, how dare he? A mega slop, dude. Helldivers 2, like, people say this game's a casual Andy fest. Okay, Helldivers 2 is like the casual fucking banana gamer, right? You just get ragdoll in that game. The skill cap is like almost entirely just running around and kiting enemies and just precision shooting them. Which isn't like necessarily easy all the time, but
My war gear is satisfied.
how dare they insult my Spaceman game. That goes in the book.
Only in death does a
Space Marine dead game. Yes, it's so dead.
Initializing scan.
I love how every time there's a content drought in this game, people be like, Space Marine 2 is dead. I'm like, just wait, guys. And then it comes back. I'm like, whoa, how did this game come back? I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Pattern recognition is like, I don't even know if that trait even means. Pattern recognition? More like fucking GTA 6 when? They have wronged us. Yes, they wronged all Space Marine 2's
Evaluating sarcoma.
I might actually just fucking explode. I'm pretty low, and also tactical, and I also have more loot.
Insufficient grace.
There's a boss spawn, an inconvenient boss spawn, and they god this day. Keys jingle, OMG, this game is peak. Yeah, pretty much. Right, guys, this is a safe place to shit on Helldivers 2, right? I never installed it because of the really intrusive anti-cheat. That too. That game is like overwhelmed with controversy, like justified controversy on top of having a whiny fucking player base. It's the ultimate storm. Why do you think that like my feed on YouTube right now is actually just endless thick fillet videos of like they did it again. And it's like I'm watching more Pegasus shit on Mr. Beast. It's just like I can't look away.
Only in death does duty end. Scanning casket now.
Why can't we have a controversy like that?
Rejoice. The canonization period has been
Where
exceeded
all the
by
content
decades.
creators come together and I'm like, oh
Proceed
my
with
god.
reinterment this time.
Closest thing we have is a voice pack controversy. I mean, we need more of those.
Let it be done. This tomb's rest ends. Consecration seals unbound.
Lord Peck, it's just insane name drop. I love that shit. That guy, well, yeah, because like he single-handedly did irreparable damage to like all title conventions for the entirety of like commentary spaces on YouTube now, where like every single thumbnail is now just like derivative of his, where it's like it's over, it's done, we're done, it's over. Quite funny. All we get is a super evil $5 voice pack DLC. You know, it's so funny to me that was controversial in this game, which I think it was a justified controversy. Hence why I made so many videos about it, but also, that is the cheapest thing that 40k fans have probably bought all year, because like your models cost like $50 for some of the cheaper ones. I know some of you fuckers buy Joy Toys too. You know who you are. You're in chat, you've been here a while. Not a judgment, just an observation.
Heldrake beat his chest. We will bury it.
Note, balefire incineration inflicts significant damage.
No shame, you're so fucking gold. Yeah. Without judgment, guys, just an observation, okay? I too have bought stupid shit. Hey FTG, I tried this weekly with the Power Fist and duos with Bulwark and Assault and melted Helldrake because Power Fist doesn't count as a range attack. Yeah, that's true. It's also better to have an Auspex though, like planned down. The Power Fist is just a little, I don't know if I recommend that for like a lot of players because it's just a little, oh, Josh is dead. Rip Josh. Tomb World finds another. For the burial. Ow, ow, I was about to find another one. Need the STG. All I do is call the Unheld pack and Voice Scandal wouldn't exist. I mean, Space Marine 2's player base loves to complain about shit. It's the second time game I get my shit with me. Alright, just shoot me in my face when you're 2 feet away. You're so fucking cool. Hey FTG, if you had to choose between 15% range damage or invulnerability while charging a jump attack, which prestige perk would you choose? I don't even think that's like one of the... Is that even the choosable option between those two? I think you have to pick one of those, like unless you take Duelist first. But probably the Unyielding Oath, to be honest. Unyielding Oath is really good for so many reasons. Number one, it just makes it so you can play around your own, like things that would normally damage you as a hazard. Duelist is really good if your ping starts to suck, but like I've never found Duelist to be that useful outside of things like Siege mode, where like the game starts to die.
The taint of the war infuse them.
I'm starting to notice a fandom here. Sci-fi fandoms like to complain. What gave it away? It's the plight of the Chud. When you've given up everything else, all you have left to complain about is your favorite fandom.
The dark gods shall show these heretics of the Calibrate your mouth.
Shakes, that's a quote from Shakespeare. Shut up. Yo, what's up, Hudson? Okay.
The draconic beast swoops at us.
The Green can offer protection. Iron Haven online.
Yeah, on the note, side bet, since you asked about Unyielding Oath, I think Unyielding Oath is definitely worth taking. I will not be one shot by you, sneaky bastard.
Balefire barrage imminent.
Oh, I ain't making that this one, chat. Kidding. We didn't place box. Okay, well, it moved me into it. My parry moved me into it. That's very tragic. Can't say I expected that to happen.
It is going to attack.
That's just tragic.
Take cover. Brace for hit.
We're actually just feeding. Oh my god, we're actually about to feed. We're not. The team's gonna report me. FTG carry. Carry FTG.
Cut down that corrupt Terminator. You don't have to fuck us.
How's it going, FTG? What's up, Mello? It's going pretty well. I think I'm actually reaching to do off that, yeah.
My resolve is unbroken.
I like how the Helldrake's ironically like the easiest part of all of this. Love and Saber sends me back to Reliquary. I can't stop playing Reliquary. Oh yeah, it's so good. It's a great map that we all love.
Shelter and hold tight until clear.
Dude, Reliquary fucking sucks in this game. We all know it. There's a reason we avoid this mission like the plague, okay? See, they know that right now this game literally only has a dedicated player base still playing, so they're like, we just give them the toxic shit, they'll play it no matter what. They know they can get away with it. Because all the other players are gone, they're taking a break.
We're not daunted by such a gnat. Are we, brother? The thousand suns place their accursed.
Sup, FTG? Doran called me last night via Astropath and said he was sad I got put in timeout yesterday to make sure you do battle under his colors today for Terra. Yeah, you're the fucker that lied about Doran coming back, and I timed you out for 30 minutes. That was actually heretical lies, dude. You came in, you're like, guys, Doran is back. It wasn't even like a joke. You just like straight up said Doran was back. Just a straight up misinformation. I actually checked the Warhammer community post because of you. That was like, you're costing me bandwidth. Only I have the answer to when Dorn is coming back with True Osborne.
Success.
Me when I lie on the internet. Yeah, I told him, I said, if Dorn's actually back, you're promoted to moderator. If you're lying, you're timed out. Guess which one happened.
Found medical supplies. I'll fight to the death with a Heldrink.
Guess which one happened.
Some brute force. We will triumph over the beast. Heldrink, let us end this fetid rage.
God, this mission fucking sucks, guys.
This is a fine day indeed. Cleave the Helldrake. Crush the beacon. Locate the illuminated symbols.
The ritual was performed correctly. The whole Helldrake assault.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's all coming together, chat.
Rome, I lament every bolt that never penetrates into the Helldrake's innards.
Did he get mod? No. He died.
That did the trick.
Some Helldrake strike.
That's in the middle. Wonderful. Man, look, we're actually doing a little bit of damage to him. Oh, something there. Bring Horus back too. That's just a fundamental impossibility. That guy got warp snuff. That guy's about like probably the most dead character in 40k. I know. Chat, who's more dead in 40k than Horus himself? I don't think there is anybody. You see, Horus was like, the fact that Horus never became like a proper demon prince is always funny to me. Like, he was this close to being like ultra immortal, instead he just got fucking warp snuff. Sanguinius is dead? Yeah, but Sanguinius is less dead than Horus. I mean, he's pretty fucking dead, but like, Horus somehow found a way to die even harder. Like, the difference between getting hit by a sedan and getting hit by a semi-truck. Like, you're both probably fucking dead as shit, but one guy is paced. Not that I would know it like looked like hit by a semi-truck. Actually, I would. It's a funny story, chat. When I was a kid, my family car got hit by a semi-truck. T-boned, actually. Tragic. But we lived, all of us. No damage. Except for the car, I think it was fucked, but... I don't think there's a distinct difference between being dead and a race from existence. I mean, one of them means you're never coming back ever. I think having your warp signature snuffed out from reality is pretty bad. That's a pretty significant way to die in 40k. We did it, chat. How do you like the Oculus Carbine for Vanguard? I've found it feels really good. Want to hear how you think it stacks up against other options? I think it's pretty strong. It is pretty strong. It's really just like the times 2 headshot multiplier version's the only one I would say is proper good. But I would definitely just take the Heroic Instigator over that currently. I don't think it's very good. Also, can you guys believe that my dumb ass looked at the picture and thought this was a different skin because I didn't turn it? Because the palm will look different here. I'm pretty sure, so it looks like we have a new color of this one. Or it might just be the lighting on the community post. Either way, a new Heroic Power Axe is coming next month. Observe harder. Maybe if I tell them it was rage bait, they'll believe me. I can just like save face. I can already see the Discord making fun of me. That's okay, dude. It is the eventual plight of all content creators to become the be made fun of, right? Lord Giggleton, where the fuck have you been? I have returned from cryo sleep. Yeah, where the fuck have you been? Great question. Welcome back. I mean, welcome, but... Okay. Whoever needs the weekly next, come on in. It's an open invitation here. A new or the first Heroic Power Axe? I mean, it's going to be the first Heroic Power Axe. We haven't had one yet. So, patch 13 was initially supposed to launch with a Heroic Power Axe. However, or excuse me, patch 13 was supposed to launch with 6 Heroic weapons, but they cut them in half so they could drip feed them in patch 13 and patch 12. Because patch 12, I like the reality of patch 12 is most of the content in that patch was our boy the Tech Marine, and to be fair, a new class in a game of 6 classes is a pretty substantial increase to like the overall gameplay you have, gameplay options, team comps, and all that stuff. But beyond that, if they didn't add in any like heroic weapons, I think people have been pretty upset. Also, the new heroic weapon for this guy was one of the best, and 2 of the heroics were available. Actually, every heroic weapon they added in was available on him. So you got the Argent Edge, you got the pretty trash ultimate ratio. I've seen people glaze this thing. This thing is not that good. Just take the balanced one, because like you can one-shot the Majoris on a charge of this one, and also actually do damage because it's not shit. It doesn't have 1 fucking cleaving potential, so you can actually use your discharge and like one-shot guys in a combo. Anyways, point is, we're getting 3 more heroics this patch. And we're getting another weekly done right now. I relapsed back to Black Desert Online, unfortunately. That is very unfortunate. Condolences, brother. Oh, hello, Fan the Mighty. Wow, my stream was way behind. That's unfortunate. Also, hello, Gith. Try and say hi. Darth Trapping to the tier 1.
It is calling him.
Thank you for the tier 1, brother.
Sever the heretics portal and cut them off from reinforcement. Your success will decide whether this is a war of days or months. See it done.
Tertiary objective. Punish the Thousand Sons for their defilement of the dead. Iron Haven.
After this one, I think we're gonna do some true solos as well. FTG, I watched an Instagram reel of a guy trying to order real Mexican food from Taco in Spanish, and it reminded me of you. It's a very odd thing to attribute to me. First of all, I can't speak Spanish. What's the modifier this week? Stuck at work right now. It is, I know you're on the mobile stream, it's actually hard to show you, but it's point blank, myopia, and press the attack. So you have a 75% increased damage within a 10-meter range, and range is right in 10 meters reduced by 75%. And you get HP on finishers. That kind of thing. Dude, see, the only reason I don't like press the attack is like there's so much downtime in this game that losing your HP randomly after 20 seconds Not fun.
Exit is locked and sturdy.
I don't know, guys. How do you feel about the overall weeklies in Space Marine 2? Like, how are we feeling about the current modifier selection it's given us in the past 3 months? Doesn't feel very good to me. Like, I think most of them feel pretty undercooked. It'd be a lot more fun.
Stimcash here. It is dark. Needs a power source.
The Toon Servitors may have a replacement.
Very mid, yeah. I am in agreement, dude.
With bolt and flame shall we smite them. The tames of
Kinda meh. Yeah, it's gonna last for the weekly I do here. I can't be fucked with doing Reliquary all day, you know?
Double check if you have to.
The negative modifiers that spawn more enemies are fun. The gimmick ones are tedious. I feel like most of the hard strats are gimmicky. I keep bringing up Hidden Figure. We get killed again.
this taint has been purged.
The first one you've ever seen and you're afraid to try it, you must be brand new. Yeah, this one does suck though, you're not wrong. I would also be afraid. Reliquary faction swap be at least somewhat fun. Yeah, so on the note of faction swap missions, Beset is a good modifier, and we will probably see that on a weekly eventually after they add the new boss, because they probably want to have Chaos appear in some other operations as well. What is cooking my teammates over here? Hold on. Dude, what force of Chaos actually did that?
The mutant met its end. A glorious death.
That's the way he walked out of it.
The God Emperor still has need of you.
Check them again.
They love slapping in their anti-fun modifiers. I feel they just do it to be dicks, to be honest. Oh, like, oh man, this one will be hard for players. Let's do that.
Perhaps we had missed the sun.
But, like, you damn well know that Saber's not actually playing with these, because like, there's no way they can be bothered. I'm actually curious, like, what difficulty the devs play on in this game.
I shall suffer your foray for only so long, brother.
I hate that it strips your armor for going to HP. Yeah, that too. That actually leaves you extra vulnerable.
Auspex ready to scan.
My biggest issue is that some modifiers affect a lot of the base gameplay that can become a nuisance. Double Terminus is a fun challenge. Damage on dodges isn't. Yeah, see, that's why I actually think Siege Mode is better than a lot of the modifiers we have for the strategy and stuff like that. Because Siege Mode will actually have you, the player, interacting with the game, at least. Like, you actually have to build around the proper gameplay loop, Space Marine 2. Some of the modifiers here, like, okay, you lose HP on dodge. Awesome. Like, that's just removing a core mechanic of the game. As harder. The game, none of the enemies are designed around that. There we go. Absolute Plus, of course. Yeah, that's what they play on. I don't like the ticking modifier at all. Like, it forces people to continue to take every execute, even their teammates dying in front of them. Yes, that too. Guess I'll take that. I mean, he could take that if he wanted to, but I guess I'll be a fat little hippo and take the relic too, in case of tragedy. If he breaks that open, though, that should give this to him.
Authorization necessary.
Or I might give him armor.
I, Captain Akaran, authorize the reinterment of the honored dead off-world.
Authorization confirmed. Captain Ackerman.
This is actually like super fucking dangerous here. So the modifier has removed my my armor. Therefore, we're extra vulnerable to like one chaos spawn hit, while also being at like 20% HP attack. That is rude. Stripping your armor is a big problem.
Only in death does duty end. Scanning casket now.
Okay.
Subject does not meet required parameters. Restarting search.
Does a faithful servant find rest? Initializing scan.
Oh, did it combo it with suboptimal state? Suboptimal state is a pretty toxic one. That one's more manageable though because you're still playing the game. Because your armor still takes effect. It's when you like when your armor breaks, that's when you're actually in like an oh shit bill in Space Marine 2. Armor is way better. I remember when people used to say that armor is like paper mache. A lot of that was just that players don't understand how it works. But armor is incredibly strong in Space Marine 2.
Bones lie in
Break that
perpetual
open.
grace, the slumber promised to all. Browsing catafalque. Records redacted.
They should change
by
it so
order of
any
authority.
player execute with the time is shorter, you get less health back. I mean, you can execute anything in this, and you will get your HP back, but...
To be remembered in death is the reward of a life well spent. Scanning sarcophagus. Ignorability index too high. Searching another candidate.
Okay, let's go over it.
Evaluating sarcophagus. Interred remains slumber in peaceful rest. Remains overdue for reconsecration and reburial.
Access rights granted by Captain Ackerman. Consecration seals unbound. The way opens.
Now those doors should open. Return to the console.
To the main hall, I can do that. Perfect.
Rest well on a dead. We will not be joining you just yet.
Now here we are, back again. No armor. They can't spawn before us. This guy can one-shot us. Not today.
Our eyes, avenge our fallen brother. Cast your attention to the Zapor spearmen.
Fucking Vangors, man. This is the worst enemy they've ever had in the game. And see, it's shit like this that makes me worried for the Terminator boss that's coming. Because that boss If they're willing to put in a Zangor like this and be like, oh yeah guys, Chaos is lit, then what the fuck are they gonna be willing to add for a boss? Like, he's gonna be toxic as fuck. Do you enjoy any other games when you're not streaming or doing YouTube stuff? FTG, it's amazing you to think I have time for anything except streaming YouTube stuff, but no. The answer is no. I wish I was that time efficient, but I'm not. A disc rat, yeah, pretty much. But no, I don't really play any other games besides this right now, and like probably Total War 40K when that comes out.
In the crucible of battle.
How'd you get so good? Well, who's not good? With me. I played the game a lot though.
Make for the bridge.
Let the hell drink eat its chest.
The greed they speak of in the Bible, yeah, we did take also. To be fair, he gave us a sin. If I would have given us a relic, so.
Improvise environmental heat shields.
I feel like for this modifier, you should probably be taking inner fire though.
Cut down that corrupt.
Alright, this is actually annoying. This is once again earth-shatteringly dangerous. I'm gonna grab the armor in there.
We have dispatched.
Okay. Lovely. What's the second class you'd recommend if tactical can be taken this weekly? It's driving me nuts. I mean, a Power Fist Assault, Power Fist Bulwark, they'll definitely help. Like, I would probably pick Bulwark if you know how to use a Power Fist, because Power Fist can actually reach the Helldrake on this map. So if you're brand new, if you're struggling with it a lot, it's probably pretty hard to do that. Oh god. I don't know, guys. How do you feel about this weekly? I feel like the common community opinion is going to be pretty negative on this one.
Ready to reveal our foes.
Okay. Wonderful. Oh shit. I'm high behind this one because I'm getting caught out by Chaos Spawn awkwardly. Fun fact, if the executes didn't heal you, you wouldn't lose your armor later. That is true. It's certainly a toxic aspect of this one. This weekly is kind of heretical. So the thing about the weeklies in this game is they handpick all of them. Like, somebody decided to be like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do for a weekly here. It'll be this. What are the modifiers on this one? They are point blank, myopia, and press the attack. So the least fun thing ever.
Gauntlet running maneuvers complete.
Did you prefer the old combat style in Space Marine 1 where you just had to keep fighting to get your health back? I only play Space Marine 1 that much, but I think it's fine in this game. Like, I don't think... I have the idea, like... This is brought up in the community all the time, as if you want healing, but... The game is not that hard, as it is currently with the players, outside of, like, some very niche things that most players aren't even engaging with. I would say most difficulty concerns can be dealt with by just bringing down the difficulty. I don't think the game's fundamental gameplay loop is that bad at all. God, dude, what is going on?
Will be swift and unrelenting.
Even down there, one missile Terminator.
Is this the glory Magnus promised you? Apostate Terminator blood. Remember this lesson, brother. Feel it. Brothers do not need thanks.
I knew there was someone that hated all the forms of fun picking the weeklies. Yeah, they definitely do. Especially this one. They either make them like too easy or just not fun. Like, I don't think like challenging double boss ones, those are fun for players, I think. If you're engaging with card strats, I think you're fine with that. I don't think anybody likes Myopia on fucking Reliquary. I don't think, like, it's just not it. I managed to get it 4th or 5th try, to be honest. It's more tedious and hard due to the nerf and range damage. Yep. I definitely agree with that. Double boss one's cursed with randoms, though. I mean, I think all these can be cursed with randoms. Wow, this is actually a rude spot to have this happen.
Rid yourselves of its repugnant influence, brothers.
We should bring back our teammate. About. Thank God you can dodge out of everything in this game. One of the game's tutorials really tell you is that as long as you dodge in this game, your iframes will count for ranged attacks, will count for like enemy AoEs. There's nothing you can't, there's no like single instance of damage you can't block. Now where that actually becomes a problem is when like a Devourer has 15 barb things at you. What's that, but still.
It is as grotesque dead as it was alive. Steel ray.
Delta bomb.
You traitorous scum do not deserve
That'll come in handy.
imminent inbound.
The Helldrake is going to spew its vile flames!
Alright, I'm just gonna do the fucking thing. I don't even care about this. I'm not dealing with like a random sorcerer just chilling out in a hellfire pit. The one that was a living hell was last week's hard stratagem in the Vox of Brass map. I haven't played Vanguard. It would not be doable at all, and so it got me 50 plus tries. 50 plus tries, dude? That's a lot of tries. That's like dozens of hours. Hold on. Assuming you didn't die like immediately.
This sanctum is profaned by
That would just take a
dark
heavy
energies.
bolter too. Well, I
Please
just
perform
fencing
cleansing
heavy
rites.
bolter. The heroic one, I mean.
Provide insight.
Saint Lankai's chosen relics for
You think a newer player could do this with the assault class, best guns, a purple tier heavy bolt pistol? I mean, a newer player will probably get cooked. Not gonna lie to you, Chief.
Praise be to the Omnissiah.
It ain't gonna be
Interact
pretty.
with corresponding sigil to perform cleanse.
As her bolt sniper evasion build patch 11, these power gladiator is still good as a melee sniper. I mean, pretty much 0 sniper builds have changed, so yes.
Immortalized in the archives.
Acknowledged.
For basically every single build in patch 11 still works. In fact, 99% of builds in this game from like patch 9 all the way back still work, especially their heavy builds.
But with Saint Lankai's
So much, in fact, I'm not even sure people need build guides for this game sometimes. So nothing's really fucking changed in Space Marine 2. They keep asking for, I mean, actually that's not really true. But, not for heavy. Nothing's changed for heavy, not a whole lot's changed for sniper. That's how we can do heroic weapons.
Beast protects the beacon. We will eliminate them both.
Okay.
Locate the illuminated symbols.
Sigil match confirmed.
Wait until the relic's power weakens in time. Balefire assault. Saint Lankai's relics are rendered the Helldrake frail.
The second time someone's taken the marksman carbine on Vanguard to this boss. I don't know, I feel like keep taking Vanguard in this thing. Like this, the Vanguard hardly brings anything to this map. Because we already get healing. Like unmatched heal is very redundant.
Incoming Helldrake attack.
I think I do, it was on like 3 to 4 days of trying. And that's still rough. 50 plus tries on that last one was pretty rough. I would've just done the normal and quit.
That was it, brothers.
Being more accurate, hold on.
Focus now, brothers, and prepare to strike.
A bit of LARP. I mean, he has a
Look for Balefire
raptor skin.
patrols.
Confirm sigils at once.
The symbols are a match.
Show us some of that power. Shoot it now!
The armory data obelisk location is still bugged. I have no idea. I didn't really ever need armory data by the time that mission came out anyways. And when I did, I don't think I played that mission for it at all. I didn't even know there was a bug on that mission for that.
Son of man. Terminator.
We aligned the symbols.
Prospects primed.
We did it.
That's not it. That's not the eyeballs, that one.
Fire and claws.
That's awkward.
Enhanced tactic ready.
We aligned the symbols.
Now, brothers. We strike.
I don't have a left. That is awkward.
Wrong. I lament every bolt that never penetrates into the Helldrake's innards.
I would use marksman carbine and Vanguard all the time if it was good on that class. I mean, it is pretty good on this class now. Or that class. Hopefully not that bad. The new marksman carbine buff went pretty hard. Definitely an underrated weapon. I would say the marksman carbine is comparable right now to the heroic instigator on him. Maybe not like the best for close range, but definitely better for medium like long.
Symbols. Success. Saint Lankai has been invoked.
I'm trying to get my cousin to this game, and I've seen a surprising amount of new players at lower difficulties on playing with him. Well, that's because the game has been put out on Xbox Game Pass in the past 2 months, and PSN Plus.
Ready to repeat.
The game right now probably has like a significantly different percentage of players like who never played at launch compared to like the previous year. Like, I don't even think think a lot of players who play Space Marine 2 right now aren't even like the dedicated player base. Most of those guys have moved on. Or not the dedicated player base, but the most launch players have moved on. I think a lot of the players from like Year 2 moved on. They'll probably come back for a really good anniversary patch though. I have seen some people talking about whether or not we will have a Year 3. I mean, Year 3 is just... it's coming for Space Marine 2. I really expect it. I'm insane to think it won't. Like, I don't know why we'd ever think that Year 2 was greenlit by Year 1, and then Year 2 has obviously done better than Year 1. Ergo, no Year 3? Why is that our watch? Damn. This game's been dead for like 10 fucking years, if that was the case.
Incoming Helldrake attack. That was it, brothers. Brothers, the Helldrake is
Alright, there we go. It's fucking over. Thank God. What a shit mission. It was dead since it was conceived in the warp, pretty much. Alright. Last and most seen of an update, probably Heavy. Heavy's not in a good spot right now. Definitely not in that good of a spot. Alright. We're gonna do some true solo now because I'm tired of that fucking weekly. That weekly's boring as shit. Today you're playing Lucius and SBP. Now we're gonna go over to play some Bulwark Shield Bash. You guys like Bulwark Shield Bash? Oh, you do. Where will we take it to? Termination. Don't like shooting the Drake for 15 minutes. I can definitely do without that. Alright. Let's do this. I struggle with having to use the worst versions of guns to level up the mastery for perks on them. Well, you can use the heroic ones if you want to. It also works. Alright, 1 second, guys. Let me use the bathroom. We're back.
Have already established their capillary towers. They mean to harvest this planet's biomass. They will take Kadaku, but we will make them pay for it. Those towers, they're bio-titan. Find a way to bring them both down. Trap them in their own filth. Acadian platoon has taken up position near an abandoned Imperial fortress. Their weapons will lead the counterattack. The Acadian commander can brief you on the fortress's current status. We will coordinate with the Acadian commander.
Fire Cannon Heavy and the other one. The Chud build? I don't think this is the Chud build. This one's actually pretty fun. It's also the one that confuses people all the time. I didn't think that worked. No, you can use the heroic one right off the bat. You don't have to have it leveled up at all. Not at all.
The fortress's Icarus las cannons are strong enough to bring down that beast and the towers.
Even with your aid, we do not have the forces to penetrate the main gate. You will need another way in.
Okay.
Hold your position. We will access the las cannons. This
Love
path
is
will
gone.
lead you into the jungle and towards the fortress. May the Emperor grant you success.
Heroic Heavy Bolt or the Power Gladius? I mean, it depends what build you're running, you know.
Captain Akira.
Do you? I mean, the Heroic Heavy Bolt pistols on every class. If you want that for leveling purposes, it is definitely better for that.
The front gate is inaccessible, so you must enter from below. Fortress
So we are currently using a Shield Bash build. Now, we took this to Obelisk yesterday, but today, we're taking here. There we go. God, it's so strong. Can anything stop the Shield Bash build? Now, unfortunately, we are not playing a Black Templar. I actually found the Zesty voice again. Just in general, well, I mean, the Power Gladius is a melee weapon, the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol is a range weapon, but not really comparable in that sense. Completely different things. A better question would be like Argent Edge versus Power Gladius, in which case I think they're pretty equivalent. I feel like you gotta run powers for Black Templars. I will run that later. Also quite fun. I think if Argent Edge had more speed, it'd be too good. I think if Argent Edge had more speed, it'd be better. Actually, I would take less damage and more speed on that thing, to be honest. This is the part where I want a balanced weapon more. Because the balanced axe actually shits on these guys. Not that we can't, but... Definitely the block axe more. It's really good for this build. Concussive axe, or excuse me, the concussive force perk on top of Tormentor is crazy. What is this build? It is a Shield Bash build. It is the most overpowered bulwark build in the game. Besides the Power Fist. Maybe not the easiest. Arguably the strongest. That'd be for damage. I would say the block Power Fist plus balance Power Fist, that can be way better for newer players, but this one's definitely on crack. The poor bastard just ran right into the
Their numbers slack, but their efforts shall come to naught. Exterminated. The enemy pleads for aid. Reloading weapons. Plant the banner. For Sanguinius.
Alright. Yep.
Synaptic manipulator silence. Another Xenos bioform eliminated.
God. It's never not satisfying. What is better, block, balance, or fencing? I think block and balance are just better than fencing right now, outside of like some niche scenarios, like the Arch and Edge. I think the Arch and Edge is probably the best fencing weapon in the entire game. One of the best weapons, period, in Space Marine 2, but majority of fencing weapons are not as good as the Arch and Edge. Why is this Black Templar talking about Sanguinius? It's a mystery, really. Okay. Armor boost like that.
Disgusting Tyranid scum.
I have a guide on how to build it on my channel. Yeah, just type in like concussive force or shield bash will work, and you will 100% find it on this. But I'll make the updated one if you want. Why not? Maybe that will be the video somebody's watching right now. Who knows? God, dude, this thing just shits. Wait till you get into like a current effects fight. You can't do much. Look at that. Relic.
The hive ships are moving into range of the Cooperative towers.
Oh. I get for alt tabbing for a second.
Subterranean Xenos below us.
Current effects kill with the shield bash only. Surprisingly easy.
They look exterminate the Tyranid swarm. Exterminated. Withstand this resplendent exemplars.
Hey, the Neuro Throw shield bash only, also surprisingly easy. The shield bash is just cracked, man. Like, I don't tell you. I mean, with the Neuro Throw, you just gotta wait for it to land. But, like, once it does, like hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby situations, man. Okay.
Xenos bioform eliminated.
This place is perfect for an ambush. Watch for any signs of Tyranids.
Whenever I use this build, I often find the missions go by very quickly. I wonder why that is. Couldn't possibly be that you just kill everything in like 2 seconds. Hell's Rig of the shield bash only. Okay, now that's like a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. And that's the suggestion.
The system has been devoured.
Look at this. This is your horse clear. See, look, Neuro Throw, shield bash only. You asked, game will deliver.
If we want to reach the land,
fucking robbery. I fucking hate the lock-on system in this game.
This infestation has persisted for too long.
We have to awaken the other consoles.
Granted, I also sat in the AoE. Definitely didn't help. I got shot in the face. There have been a disproportionate amount of ranged enemies in this game recently, though. I'll say that. I say all range reinforcements, not the most entertaining combo.
One more mindless beast slain.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
Exterminated.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
Yeah, it makes it easier when it comes down to ground level. Figure it out. He's figured out my master plan.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
I thought that Ravener was unkind enough to just piss on the floor while I was doing that. Thanks, pal.
The hive mind loses another of its opponents.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
Was no shield bash only, so not a valid try is true. We just shoot him one time. AI Director's the biggest troll in this game. It's been pretty bad recently. It has been.
Vessel detected. Sharing the divine blessings of the machine god. Attention, ministers. Communication with console.
One big brain boy versus one bashy boy. Well, you know, when the big brain floats down within, like, slam range, that's how you know.
We need to find and remove this material so we can leave this room.
AFTG, do you have a Deathwatch outfit for a Raptor Sniper? Am I a known outfit crafter? Is that something I do? I guess it is, but no. I don't have that.
Fly the banners of the angelic host.
Yes, the very angelic Black Templar host.
Our enemy will receive no aid.
These alien vines suffocate the generators. Let us rectify this. This is not the outgrowth. We need to find and remove the spore.
Actually comical how effective this is.
Communion established. Transmission of blessing has commenced.
All that brain still can't figure out the shield can't reach it when it's levitating. It's all part of, you know. The hive mind's not that bright, okay? How many hours you got in Space Marine 2? At least one. At least, how long have I been streaming? 2 hours. We have at least 2 hours on this game. Whatever, leave that up.
Enemy reinforcements have found the rally cry.
Blessing extended to the slumbering unit. Awakening has begun. During reawakening.
Fortify your psyches! This infestation has persisted for too long.
No, you fucking knew. See, he flew out. He knew it was coming. If he dies here, he's insta-dies. They don't even... So if they're in like a gap like that, and they get shot, or out of bounds technically, it will just insta-die.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
Another scene on fire.
Vessel to console operational. Connection to core control established. Raytheon design.
We activated the consoles. We must open the door.
Just shield bashing down a hallway. Or staircase.
Ready to deploy.
Captain Akaran, we are entering the fortress now. The weapons.
FTG has 4 million hours? Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable amount of time and realistic.
And remind the Xenos of whom they dare to attack.
One more mindless beast slain.
Okay.
Rearming.
God, I got body blocked out of that. Come on, I just want the cipher. Get the fuck out of my way. I want this guy. Alright, fine, you hold that first.
Disgusting tyranid scum. Changing magazine.
I don't think we ever found the sniper. You're rocking this build, my guy. Block axe plus bulwark, most busted setup in this game. And my favorite. This one is actually pretty interactive, so it is fun. I'm just gonna keep the Fight Wrath. Hopefully it gives me card effects. You often end up tripping the parry mechanic when you block cancel attacks. Looks so smooth in your end. Any tips? I mean, so when you're animation canceling on this, I'll make a video about this. I was actually gonna make that today anyways, but basically, you hold down the button, like, make sure there's gotta be, like, a little delay between your bashes. You can't just spam it, or, like, well, you can, but if you cut off if you animation cancel the bash too soon, you'll lose out on the damage. So you gotta, like, delay it a little bit. That would be the biggest tip. And make sure to hold down your shield button, like, properly, otherwise it won't out. Alright, this one's not going to float down for me. Let's see, we play Bulwark and immediately double Neuro Throw. Bang, bang, bang. Give me a land at any time now. I will allow it.
That lift will take us directly to the Tyranids and to the cannons.
Does the power axe have the highest shield bash damage in the game? Yes. So, for multiple reasons. Number one, when you build up a block charge in this game, it's not just the shield bash damage itself, because that's take your weapon into account, but it's also the fact that the power backstep on the block axe, you can animation cancel the backstep portion immediately into a shield bash, and because of that, you're getting a ton of free extra damage on top of the staggers. Like, you're staggering them off the parry into your bash, plus the adrenaline surge charges going off, which is big W, as you may imagine.
Stand firm. We will not be intimidated, brothers. We must reach the fortresses.
What's the best / most fun block weapon in the game? Block power axe and block power sword are very fun. I think both the block power sword especially benefits from the block because the power roll mechanic, I don't think it's a very good mechanic with that block, to be honest, because you can't really stagger the enemies properly on it. You see how we're canceling out of our backstep immediately into this. That's just free damage.
Control console for the cannons, Captain Nakara.
Okay. I mean, we still have a stim if we need it, but
Defensive cannons active.
we did let ourselves get shot in the face by the sniper of that first arrow throw.
Initializing second.
Go bash, go burr. Certainly does.
The Tyranids cannot stand against our attacks for long. The Hierophant attacks. Defensive positions. Mind your positions.
Alright. I love this boss. So fucking radical.
Attacks like that, and this abomination will fall.
Kind of hard to parry the bulwark. If you're struggling to parry the bulwark class, just double tap your parry key. Because like what's happening is you're misinputting your parry on bulwark because you have a shield tied to the same key indefinitely. Just by like a force key binding. So if you don't exactly tap, you're gonna get a block instead, and vice versa. So if you want to block on bulwark, my number one tip would be hold down the button. Like you gotta commit to the button a little bit. And to parry, just double tap your parry key. I've heard some people say like that can get you, like, you know, that can disrupt some things. Like the amount of things that double tapping your parry can disrupt, like almost negligible in this game. And usually you aren't gonna use it there anyways.
Truly, I'm blighted by asthma.
Generator is running. The cannons are ready. The Hierophant attacks. Defensive position.
Prevent system no longer detected. Engage console to reestablish communion between the fortress and service car. Service car detected. Synchronization complete. Cannons ready.
Brothers, it retaliates. More attacks like that, and this
Seems hard to cancel on controller. I mean, that's the same input, so not really.
our enemy's assault.
It's only 2 buttons.
Press the attack. This monstrosity, the Hierophant attacks. Defensive positions. Mind your positions.
Oh. Not like this. That's like the only thing that's done serious damage to this little spot. Is that fucking green goop. I made a relic, but that was a tragedy.
Refill them with energy from the generators. Brothers, it retaliates.
Ah, yes. So, like, remind me, how the fuck were they supposed to recharge the generators without Astartes here? Like, who are they asking? Did they just line up, like, 20 servitors to start, like, pulling? Or, like, rolling the wheel? I didn't even work with the melted bomb. Congratulations. You were chosen.
The auxiliary generators shall nourish our cannons.
Come on, come on.
The Hierophant attacks. Defensive positions.
Depends where. Thing.
Engage the auxiliary generators and reawaken the cannons.
Are the shield bashes considered charge attacks, or they benefit from overcharge? The shield bash itself doesn't. I'm pretty sure shield rush does, because it's a held attack. How can you shield bash that fast? Is there a trick? Yeah, use animation cancel every shield bash. So like every time I shield bash, I just hit my block key again and attack. So bam, bam. That easy. It's not very hard input. It's technically the hardest input in the game outside of like animation canceling on the assault now, but it's really not that bad. For this game, it's pretty hard, I guess. But
System link has been been established.
The shield bash spam is so funny to me. I don't know why. Because your guy carries an entire melee weapon in the battle and then just uses the shield the whole time. Pretty comedic. A perish. Yeah. What a beautiful weapon, right? Favorite class, hands down. A lot of people's favorite class. Quite good. Okay. I feel like Bulwark is playing an entirely different game. I mean, pretty much. The class discrepancy is pretty high between Bulwark and most classes, but it's also just because he has more mechanics going on top of that, like shield bashing, blocking, rushing. Every class should feel like that. The only one that feels comparable right now is Assault, in terms of like how dynamic they are. Yeah, 52,000 melee damage. A reasonable amount. Okay. Next, we're gonna do a Pyre Cannon. Unconventional combat, how Titus likes it, true. Right, we're gonna take and Fortitude. I mean, I do like this weapon quite a bit. It's just that it does run the risk of like spontaneous combustion at times. Okay, let's go to. I haven't done this on Inferno in forever. I don't remember the last time I used a Pyre Cannon. It's been too long. Hi, what do you recommend to get better at the game? True Solo, play with randoms, all the operations. True Solo will definitely teach you the most about the actual game mechanics because you're going to be forced to interact with things you might not be forced to interact with by yourself. Like, you'll be forced to deal with Extremis on your own, how to juggle multiple Extremis, how to juggle Extremis and a boss. That's something you just don't really run into that much when your teammates are taking aggro. That would be the best way. It really is just practice. This game isn't that hard mechanically. It does have a ton of knowledge checks on you, though. I know Hayes and I both agree on this. The game, like compared to like the landscape of greater gaming, Space Marine 2 is not very hard at all. But there are a lot of things that can fucking kill you if you don't even come for you. And that's where most players die. Or like, oh, or like, you know, you just take a gunfight you shouldn't have. That's more just like, you know, a basic human function of greed. Let's try the weekly hard strats from randoms to see why it's so hated. Holy trash and boss fight. Wipes of 1/4 boss HP to go. Still skill issue, I guess. Gonna try later. It's pretty toxic, man. Now, the interesting thing about the Heavy's Pyre Cannon is it actually applies more burn than Hipfire than Fire Blaster does. I mean, that's satisfying. I wonder if we'll ever see this many range weapons added to the game again. Like we have with the, what a heroic Pyro Blaster would even look like.
That silence intimidated by the cheating.
That was close.
Fresh magazine.
a pretty big opening. Why the intro? I mean, that's good. I want more purge, but I wasn't expecting this many enemies right off the bat.
Fresh magazine.
Wish every mission was like that. Oh, okay. Should know when it's charging up. These should be right a corner. Usually they wouldn't do that otherwise. They'll block their beam like that and then like round a corner on you.
Galaxy's got pack a little more bite. Swarm of thieves. Stretching round.
Are we going to expect more classes to be added in Space Marine 2, or are they going to do it on Space Marine 3? Probably both. So, the last thing they said is that they wanted a new class to be a chaplain. That was ages ago. That was their priority. That's something they said was interesting to them in the game. And that was an interview they did with Well Played, the one game website, about a year ago.
Deny them any advantage. Stay alert. There will be more foes to overcome, and we will succeed.
Dude, why there's some shit? Oh, really cool.
This has touched death.
I mean, double Inferno plus this is pretty peak. You can't lie.
Coming forward. This galaxy is not yours to devour. Reload.
Chaplain will be awesome. I agree. I think Chaplain will bring a lot to the game. You know, Librarian is the obvious choice that everybody wants. Or like, I've seen some people say Terminator. I think you're actually more likely to get a Librarian than a Terminator, though. Real talk. But that being said, Chaplain would be very cool. I think it has a lot of unique weapons. I know people talk about Justiciar in this game all the time, but Chaplain especially would be much cooler in my opinion. I mean, a Justiciar is just a Chaplain in training. Like, you really want to be like the bitch-made version of Chaplain? I know. Though they do have like a Temper Mortis, which is the Temper Mortis, excuse me, which is like their time stop thing. That could be used for like range fire in this game, which would be kind of neat. Like slow down enemy shots, because there are a lot of projectiles in this game that are actually quite slow already. It's like having an option to do that pretty cool. Alright, you're all getting purged now. We're go purging again.
Fail that motion.
Heavy champion should have been a Salamander from the beginning. I hope they give him a new champion. I also hope they give the Ultramarines a new champion for attack or something. Alright, this is actually a pretty annoying part of the mission we get here. Ammo box. If I can push these guys into this, now pump them up and then block with a shield as a light burn. Probably the best option here.
We crush the ravenous brood. We hide, Jack. We are.
Might be an ammo crate. we do a lot of boss damage on this weapon. The more unfortunate part is that we have a lot of CHP recovery. So we do kind of want to play around the walls if we can.
Get her to the grave, you lost. Inserting rounds. Sanctified minutes.
So many range enemies. I like how we opened up this boss fight by killing like 4 Majoras, and there's still like 5 more. And arguably the more annoying kind. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. Since they're all range enemies, we're just gonna fire burn. Sit in it. Pray they didn't just give us a yeah, it's more range enemies, okay. This was the proper choice. We're a little low on ammo, so on this portion of the map, if you go past... Okay. It's annoying as fuck, dude. I mean, I might just wander over to the spot. We don't really have an easy answer to all these guys, unless we start Inferno Pistol, stagger them, burn. That's value, that's value. Do that. My neighbor just ever so slightly. But basically, if you go over towards the guard camp, you almost always get ammo crate. This map especially.
Fresh magazine.
Appreciate your content, mate. Do you have any tips for solo absolute? I would say #1 tip would be positioning and knowing where the boss spawns on the map are. The other one would be your contested health management and target priority. So once, you know, it's a hard thing to tell somebody because the AI director is different every single game when it comes to target priority. But, you know, things like bramble vines, guys that force your movement, the things that frame trap you, like there's a raptor in the boss fight. That's the first thing you get rid of. Almost every time. You can also make the judgment of nuking down the boss first, but like that takes a bit more experience on knowing what's actually going to happen after. But for the most part, say AI director management, which would mean knowing what's going to come out of a crate if you open it up. When you open up a crate in Space Marine 2 and your HP is low, and you find a stim, there's like a 1 minute or 2 minute cooldown on finding a stim again, pretty much. Alright, wonderful. Back-to-back boss spawns. This is quite the director of this game. Alright, well. They'll come out eventually. I think we sit in the chat. No, we don't. a lie, fib. I think we sit in the chat. Yeah, it kind of worked.
No Xenos monstrosity may escape being filled with wrath. Keep them off guard.
It does melt bosses, I'll say that.
Cannons no more.
Just cook them.
Waste nothing, brothers. Fresh magazine.
You actually damage the burrow if they're all the way underground. Yeah, but they start digging, you can't kill them.
Sanctified maneuvers.
You can get them to like very, very low HP, but like they're immediately digging on that initial animation.
The last of those.
It is pretty annoying. If they are digging close to the surface though, you can knock them out of that. They're fucking annoying. I appreciate the tips, man. I'm getting better. Just need more practice. Hope life's treating you well. Thanks, phenomenal. And I hope that you improve the game. You know, practice makes perfect. Like, everybody's improved this game over time, and nobody started off just being like, alright, I'm just going to solo everything in the game. Especially in this game, where a lot of it's a knowledge check. Like, some things will just fucking kill you until you figure out, like, oh, the game just works that way, I guess.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required.
And some of those things aren't even immediately apparent for me to tell you. But there's some just niche mechanics in this game where it's like, oh, there's 4 whip warriors on me, I have to dodge in like this one way, or they'll all hit me. And that's hard to translate over to a direct tip, I guess. That like a direct showcase.
What's for psychic honesty? The foe wants back up. Tonight.
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand.
Alright. Ow. Think about that last bit.
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand.
Is there still a spot open for the hard weekly? I might do one after this. We need to do about like 4, I think. Holy shit, this one's boring as shit. Which are so much better than Raveners. Raveners are way more dangerous, I would say. They're an S tier threat. Not only because they frame trap you, but also just like piss on the ground randomly and area denial you. And they also evade you a lot more. God, see, these are the enemies we're not super good against, right? These snipers. That is a damage over time drill now.
This galaxy's not yours.
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand.
Okay. A lot of fucking warriors. Okay, finally.
Slow and our search was successful, Captain. Proceed to the Prometheum
They'll
refinery.
call it
and
range span for
complete the
nothing. You're not wrong,
demolition
Bosrin.
preparations.
You're not wrong, brother.
There is no going back, brothers.
Right, it's
Pack a little
open.
more bite. Blockage negated.
Oh. Almost ran me over. That was a perfect dodge right there. And now imagine you got a gun strike off that. Oh, this is peak Pyre Blast time. Or Pyre Cannoning.
Crush the ravenous brood beneath our
Nothing will escape this crew once it catches fire.
Let's see with a rage. I feel like we've been on quite the quest this mission, really fun. Incredibly enticing gameplay.
for the Imperium. Keep them off guard.
It's been endless hordes this mission. Oh god.
That science too
Yeah, sometimes the AI director just fucking hates you in this game. Like, we opened up this mission with like a massive wave into 2 boss fights, and now you have this. What is going on? This is just a normal absolute. Okay. You all be purged.
crush the ravenous brood.
But they dodge for the beams, interesting. Yeah, it's the only way we get our gun strike on an Inferno Pistol, for instance. If you dodge forward, you're gonna stay in the range. Would you like to see 2 Terminus spawn on the same map on lower difficulty or give people more experience fighting them? I think that would be good for the game. I think boss fights are actually something Space Marine 2 does pretty damn well. It's pretty good at that. Okay, we're gonna keep our relic for next. We're actually pretty low. Next box we find should give us a stim though.
Tyranids dispatched and dismantled.
How do you feel about the Black Templar Champion pack? I mean, it's one of the best in the game. Patch 10 was one of the best patches. I think it was just the best patch for this game. We got Chaos Spawn, we got Heroics for the first time, we got Tragedy this entire game mode. Everybody was unlocking everything together. And also, it was the only time in the game where nobody had stockpiled accolades yet, so it kept a lot more players around.
On location, Lieutenant.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
This facility was
Fail that hope. Fail. Fumble its tactical advantage.
I didn't want to deal with this.
Let's get summoned in.
Tsunami should be a built-in modifier for absolute, not a nerf. I feel like they definitely could go farther. Like, there should just be a mode. I mean, we have custom stratagems for that now, but if players want to play a difficulty they can level up on and also try out their builds and still get XP for their friends and stuff, there should be, like... Absolute should be a bit harder than it is. The horde spawns. God damn.
This galaxy is not yours.
Right, perfect.
The Codex demands.
It'll be a long one. I can already feel it. We're not even like we're like barely halfway through the mission at this point. There's no boss fight left, but the horde spawns are kind of out of control this time around.
Equipment found.
Let's pull this.
The charge has been up. Rites of activation have been observed. The generators harboring a machine constantly. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload. Prepare for hostiles at generator 2. Potential heretical sabotage at generator 2. Secure immediately.
Our adversary wishes to renew their his tide of Xenos is in. Our foes
Bad.
match its forces.
I have reloaded.
X-axis aligned. Binding on this side as well. 2 axes remain. Suppress the enemy heading to generator 1. Biological incursion at generator 1. Do not foul the machine ghost lizard mechanisms with organic parts.
That's the problem with the game progression. Absolute should be hard, not just an XP farm. I definitely agree with that. Game's progression is pretty fucked. The PvP progression is actually somehow worse than the PvE progression. Quite funny.
Inserting rounds. That is no order. Steal your mind.
Swarm approaching. Keep firing lanes to generator 3 clear. My axis aligned. Erratic vibrations lead us left to generator 3. Operator, bring it into harmony of time.
Wonderful. I probably should use my stim, but we're tanky. Do you think there'll be a different enemy slash classes at the game in the future? Probably class, and almost certainly. I mean, we know a Terminator Sorcerer is coming, so that's a guarantee. But a new Majoris and Extremis, I think that Chaos definitely needs the most work as a faction. Definitely.
We crush the ravenous brutes beneath our boots. Brother, eradicate
I love watching people play classes you're bad at. Maybe I'll play some more heavy. Heavy's pretty fun. He definitely needs like a bit of a buff to his, or a rework of his perk tree though. What is going on today? Holy shit. Actually, it's an endless. I can't wait to see how many kills we're already in this one though. Feels pretty high. And this is already like the stat farm mission. Alright. Finally.
Pack a little more bite.
Ready to intercept the Terran in advance, Captain. There is an observation platform overlooking the Prometheum fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
We do like the crude Prometheum fields. I'm being accosted by melee warriors, please. I'll take that over range wolf though. Oh, never mind. I guess we get both. What a luxury.
The foe wants back out. Unite.
Oh.
Throw it stubborn. Sanctified maneuvers.
I melt a bomb. I might have to take that.
That's what is one reserve forces.
Okay, well.
Resources acquired.
I'll blow up these guys.
Readying those. Rich. It found its last.
Oh yeah, I'm both. Don't take the Melta.
This galaxy's not yours.
Just trying to level your heavy is find it boring. It is pretty fucking boring, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Heavy is kind of just like a lot of his guns suck ass until you get them like leveled up. You think stratagems and siege shouldn't give any XP? Well, hard stratagems already don't give XP, and hard siege hardly gives XP at all anymore. So your wish has been granted by the game. The viewer, thank you for the $10 super chat. Vulcan lives at the fires of battle onto the anvil of war. Yes, we are. We are purging in Vulcan's name, are we not?
We crush the ravenous brood beneath.
Okay. Any more forward? I feel like every corner another warrior. I don't know, guys. What's your least favorite class of the game? There's a question.
No holding back now. Ria.
Not what you think is the weakest. Like, what's your least favorite? Heavy. You guys hate the heavy, really? I think heavy was very popular for a very long time. Deck Marine. You hate the newest class. It's actually tragic. All of them, depending on mood. Real. How much you overplay them. That's kind of where I fall into.
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction.
You just like the balance window. That's a pretty fair reason to hate heavy.
Your plan is sound.
Sniper or heavy. I feel like my least favorite classes in the game are Sniper and Vanguard. And they're also least played in the game. I just feel like they don't have a ton of build variety. There's this one, but They kind of like all my games with them. They feel samey. Feel very samey. Sniper 100%. Hello, Mr. FTG. Hello there, Raptor. You know, looking back at this game's launch, the classics fucking sucked in this game. Like hilarious how bad.
That silence the Terminator fire kid.
Assault, of course. You guys still hate Assault? And what universe, dude? How can you not like Wings of Flame in Space Marine? I think that class might actually like have objectively the most going on with it right now. Okay. Where do you go further again?
The soil no longer trembles at the ravenous presence.
You go watch the Odo game review when the game first came out. He was spitting truth. I mean, this game was carried by the 40K license, but I don't even think they. I don't think they hid that fact. I will say what this game did well was it had a really fun. I guess we'll use our sim if we restorative one right here. Wow, blessing. Yeah, this game was definitely carried by the 40K license, but I don't really think they hid that fact. And what it did very well was it had a fun campaign for like the first time in ages a game came out. It was like, here's a story for you to play through. Here are some cool set pieces. Remember Gears of War with the cool set pieces? Welcome back. And the game looked really nice.
The Codex demands it.
Aside from the balance parries, Heavy just suffers from lacking a melee component. Yeah, he could use a knife. I definitely agree with that. That weakness is a pain, it certainly is. Would you say a Power Gladius is a must for a melee sniper build? Yeah. I mean, you can take a block one, but Power Gladius is definitely better. You can use whatever you want, you know. Don't take my word for it. It's your game. I'm not the only truth, brother. They've improved this game so much since launch. Yeah, it's so much better to the point that when people tell me they didn't like this game a year ago, I'm like, you're not even playing the same game. So, you see, we're using Prometheum to blow up the Prometheum fields. Or defend the bomb site to blow them. It's going to take Prometheum prices to an all-time high. Those guys actually. They felt the wind on that one.
Looking bells of all its troops. No Roman folk can withstand us. See nothing to the tittering seagulls.
Secure our rear flank.
Remember day one when Minoris did one full bar of armor damage? Yeah, that was something. It's really peak time. Also, you wouldn't get any parrying on the Minoris enemies first. So, you would parry the enemy and get no armor back on your parry for the Minoris guys, which meant half the time you would parry one guy and then get parried by like 7 other guys. And lose all your fucking HP. Beautiful time period.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up. Another wave incoming.
Failed that ultra. Go. No hope.
Certainly a mission. The complaints from launch were understandable, but every patch has improved the game. Sure, there are still bugs and questionable decisions, but overall the game is improving constantly for a dying game after all. Yeah. You know, one of the Focus guys actually said, you know, it's normal for a game to slow down its content process for a period of time. Like, why would you ever sell people that, like, guys, we're slowing down? Like, you're gonna misconstrue that, especially in this game's community. But this game doesn't even slow down its content drop, which is the funny part.
Excellent work. Move to extract.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
We did it.
Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter. Be ready for rearm.
I don't know how much range damage that was.
Immediately. $74,000. Maybe that's 80,000 damage in that game. A lot of warriors. God damn. Alright. On that note. On that note, I will... Playing? Going on. Alright, we're gonna go raid Froggy. I'm gonna get off for now. A League of Unremarkables must be unremarkable. Alright, take it easy. Bye-bye.